night 2 of our back-to-back presented by Tyler Buxton and United Boxing Promotions and airing live around the world on DAZN. After an incredible night of fights last night, we return once again, part 2 of our doubleheader featuring 6 incredible bouts, a card so stacked, in fact, that we will kick things off right away with a championship fight to open our evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring, Sylvera Louis.
Coming in from Montreal, the veteran Sylvera Louis with 15 pro fights underneath his belt. Our first bout of the night. It should be a good one here. The CAA Center coming in with that strut underdog gym he's representing.
Now headed to the squared circle, Salar Gholami.
You hear the big crowd for him. Salar Gholami from Iran. We are live all over the world, and there are a lot of people watching in Iran for the 28-year-old Salar Gholami. 5-0, 2 KOs, and he's walking in with a strut. Head shaved, ready to go. All right, opening bout here. Tyler Buxton's United Boxing Promotions. Second out of action coming your way. Wow, this is the opening bout and noise like this? Okay, what kind of action we're gonna have tonight.
He has a very big Iranian following, and everyone wants to see him continue to improve. He's a perfect 5-0, as you can see. His last fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, our opening contest this evening scheduled for 8 rounds, and it is for the vacant Canadian Cruiserweight Championship. This bout brought to you by Tyler Buxton and United Boxing Promotions in association with TrueNorth.bet, Mr. Lube, and Proper 12. This bout sanctioned by the Ontario Athletic Commission under the supervision of Mr. Luke Cotique. Your judges for this bout are Mr. Jasper Kujawski, Mr. Jeremy Hayes, and Mr. Roger Dietrich. When the bell sounds, the third man in the ring for this championship fight is Mr. Mark Simmons. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trimmed with blue and red. Over an incredible 15-fight pro career, he has scored 8 victories against some of the best. 4 coming by way of knockout. From Montreal, Quebec, he weighed in at 198.8 pounds. He is the former Canadian Cruiserweight Champion, Sylvera Louis. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trimmed with gold. He presents a stellar professional record, 5 wins, no defeats, 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Tipping the scales at 199.8 pounds. Born in Tehran, Iran, but now fighting out out of Toronto, Ontario, Salar, Saliwan, Gholami.
Okay, boxers, we went over the instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands at all times. Shorts are good. Touch gloves. Good luck to the both of you.
All right, we are ready to go.
These are big boys.
Referee Mark Simmons. Both of them 200 pounds. This was scheduled for 8 rounds. Gholami in the white. Louis with the white, red, and blue. And they're coming out immediately with some action.
You know, Gholami came from a really strong amateur base. You know, over 300 amateur fights, competed in 50 international tournaments. He medaled at the Asia Boxing Championships and the Worlds. And he's showing us that pedigree early right now.
And this crowd inside the CAA Center is going to make noise about every punch that's landed. If it's flush or not, it doesn't matter. They're just ready to rock and roll here. Got some size on him.
He's very athletic, though. As you can see, he's got a lot of explosiveness, athleticism, a pretty long stance, too, Tony.
And at 6'4" with all that athleticism, it's a big man to handle at cruiserweight. It's a lot.
But Louis, 40 years old, he's a veteran. He's been there lots of times, Michelle. He's going to give you the different wrinkles. He's going to give you the different looks.
Oh, and he can surprise you in the wrong night. You know, if you're not on your A game, he did the events before. He's been in several prospects. He's fought on the distance with Brian Wozicki, Oscar Rivas, Denton Daly. So he's seen Canada's the best up-and-coming prospects, you know, here and beyond.
All right, so I showed up to the arena a couple hours ago, and I saw it wake up, you know, like people coming in. And, you know, we've all been in buildings where the crowd trickles in. This isn't a trickling crowd. They are in their seats ready to go, and they are rooting for anything that Salar can do.
Well, and Salar's giving them what they want so far.
Yeah. You didn't have to say, oh, get there early for this crowd. They got here early. Gholami in all white, the high white socks. Lands a couple, bounces back.
You know, he's off to a fast start, but he hasn't landed anything clean so far just yet. You know, if Lewis can weather this early storm and take him a couple rounds deep, things could get interesting.
Yeah, Sly keeps a nice high guard.
Yeah.
Tony, Gholami, the exact opposite, super low guard.
But he blades himself, though, and he establishes range. And he keeps his hands out, but he looks to paw and set jumper shots with his parries, his front hand.
Gholami, look at the referee. Can you do something about this?
He can do something about it himself, though. Take a step back and punch like that.
Good jab, good upper hand.
Nice.
Very nice. Gholami coming in strong to open up the first round.
Well, usually for an 8-round fight, there's a feeling out process, Tony.
So you say.
So
usually.
Exactly. This card started exactly at 7:05, and so did the fighters. 1 second in, they were both right on top of each other right away. Now, one thing that we've seen from, you know, he's got a good nickname in Sly, which is Louis, is that he seems comfortable even when he's cornered or on the ropes. So, you know, even if he's backed up, he's got that high shell guard, and he seems pretty cool, pretty calm, pretty collected. His coach there, Ian McKillop, also coaches Shaquille Finn, who we will be seeing a little bit later on this evening. Jam-packed card.
Well, Sylvera's a veteran. Sylvera's a veteran. He's been in against this level of opposition before several times, so he's not going to get easily flustered.
Yeah, 6 fights coming your way, Michelle and Tony. Working our way towards the main event of Suksing against Julio Veronce, Brandon Cook, bad boy Brandon Cook. Is that really? Yeah, he's making a return back to the ring. They'll be co-featured tonight. Also, hello to everybody in Jamaica, waiting for Big 12, Ricardo Brown. Also, Shaquille Finn on the card later on tonight. Draco Wookie and Gregory Miller will be next. So this was scheduled for 8 rounds, as are 3 of the other cards. So a lot of rounds scheduled for tonight. Will we see them? I have a feeling we're going to get a couple knockouts here at United Boxing Promotions. And Salar Gholami has been first, and he's starting to sit down on his punches here, Tony.
Yeah, no, and he's finding some good body shots, stepping back in the inside, and come up underneath with good shots like that. If he follows up to the head, it could be curtains. Not like that, though. He's got to do it off the jab.
You're telling the cruiserweights how to throw jabs. I like that. I like that. Because it sets everything up.
That goes for cruiserweights in every weight division. No one's above using the jab.
Well, it's the most versatile weapon. It's the most important punch in boxing. Really, who are we kidding?
It's the rangefinder.
Yes, exactly. And the thing is, too, for anybody new watching at home, you can use your jab to find your range. You use it as a distraction. You can use it as defensive.
He heard him. He buckled him with that right hand. That jab that you're talking about, Michelle. And he's following up.
And Louis trying to hold him on. That's a smart tactic right there.
It's the right thing.
He's got a minute to get through this round.
Yeah.
And Salar is just trying to unload his overhand right.
Well, if I'm Salar, bring that left hook to the body off that overhand like you just did. Just a little shorter, though. If you can bring it a little tighter.
Uppercut now from Salar. Salar, though, got hit a couple times. He's bleeding from his nose here in the second round. So Louis able to sneak in a couple.
Well, if Salar doesn't place his shots a little more, he could punch himself out, too.
Especially going scheduled 8 rounds.
He might have missed his window.
That takes a toll, huh?
Lewis could live to fight another round.
Yeah, you see Salar taking a deep breath, looking right at us.
Yeah, he's catching a breather.
Yeah, he's leaning on Louis. Okay, somebody clap. Thank you. 10-second clap. Appreciate it.
He's going to use the rest of this round to kind of regain his composure, his wind, and then come out strong in the third. Tony, are you shocked at seeing how much, close range infighting that we're seeing between these two guys? They're both long and lanky cruiserweights. So I'm surprised that we're not seeing a little bit more, punishment from the outside from either guy.
Well, I think it's survival on Sylvera's part. Sylvera Lewis doing a good job of smothering inside because he's in danger at the end of Salar Gholami's shot. So he's looking to get inside and smother him. Gholami right now he's showing
frustration.
Frustration from, again, that's that transition from the amateurs to the pros. A lot of times, long-term successful amateurs like Gholami was, they don't always adapt to certain things in the pros. Take that step back and get comfortable in the pocket, learn how to fight inside. Instead, he brings his feet together when Sylvera smothers him and he looks at the ref. He's missing opportunities to punch and follow up on second attacks when he does that.
We saw that a few times last night as well. So the same kind of theme where you're not giving punishment while you are in the being tied up.
That's right.
Third round of action. Salar Gholami has a big social media following also, over 35,000 followers. And he was reaching out to his fans and his supporters.
He's got to hook me up and help me out. Help a girl out. So.
Exactly. He's on his Instagram story today, after the weigh-in, he was talking to him. Somebody sent me what he said, that he was thanking all his supporters. So he knows how important it is for him to put on a show, is what he was saying. And he's coming out. I like his aggressiveness.
Well, that one, too, on the outside is what's got to do it for him. If he can maintain range and avoid this right here, keep Lewis at the end of his jab and set him up for that right hand, that's his fight right there tonight.
Well, and if you're Louis, you want to keep doing that, but you want to be active, like you mentioned, during that whole portion, because then you don't get broken up so quickly.
That's right.
And he got him. He stunned him, and he dropped him here in the third round. The crowd's been waiting to make noise. They finally got Salar Gholami drops Louis, who gets up. Referee telling him to move around. Buys him a couple extra seconds. He says, I'm good. Salar 1-2, going upstairs again. Louis trying to hold on anyway, trying to rough it up. Halfway through the third round. Louis putting that guard up really high. And the roughhouse tactics are working for Louis.
Oh, the takedown.
Anything you can do. Upstairs, stuns Louis again. Salar keeping that distance. Uppercut. Louis holding him on, Tony.
Yeah, Gholami's got to marshal his strength and take advantage of some opportunity. When he finds himself inside in the clinch, there's punching opportunities there. Thinks to draw back when he goes back
big
to the
red from Salar. That wobbles in, and that'll do it. Referee stops it. Salar Gholami with the third round victory.
That's a big win for Gholami. His hometown crowd giving him the standing ovation.
Very emotional Gholami after that win, Tony.
I believe this is his second or third fight since COVID, right? Back on the comeback trail, so this is just what he needed. Shake some rust off and keep moving upwards with his career.
It was scheduled for 8. We didn't expect it to go that one. But so Salar Gholami coming out, doing the job. He still got that look on his face, Michelle, like, yeah.
Well, you saw him gain that confidence, especially in the second round. You know, with the first knockdown as well, he kind of gave Louis a little bit of a look there, an intimidation look. Louis, though, is quite the trooper. I mean, he's withstood rather punishment his last few fights.
He's been through a lot of tough opposition in his career, and a lot of tough fights, short notice fights over the years, and now getting up there in age now, that it's hard to always bounce back and be that guy on the beat side and pull off that upset. You know, it might have bit off a bit more than he can chew tonight. Gholami showed his stuff.
Yeah, they're taking off his gloves. As soon as they do that, we'll get the official announcement. There you see Patrick Lorno in his beautiful white tuxedo. He'll let us know.
I hear a hint of jealousy right now.
Because I can't pull that off. That's why. Look, he's got the white pants, Patrick got the white tuxedo. Everybody's styling. Salar in all white.
It's really nice weather here. You know what they say, you're not allowed to wear white after Labor Day, but...
Yeah. If you look good, do it, baby. Exactly. That's what I say.
You could do it. I believe in you.
I know better. I'll spill food on myself. There you go, Patrick. Where are we at? Go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, official time, 2 minutes, 29 seconds of round number 3. Referee Mark Simmons stops the fight, declaring the winner by TKO. And now, the Canadian Cruiserweight Champion, Salar
Salar Gholami now 6-0, his third knockout. Congratulations to Salar as the B Brampton crowd here at the CAA Center making noise for their fighter. And 5 more fights to go. Don't go anywhere. Tyler Buxton's United Boxing Promotions in Brampton. We'll be back with more.